I want to talk about the Sixers and Wizards game today. This is a really, really good game, highly competitive. A lot of people don't believe that the Wizards pose a threat to the Sixers and could make it competitive for these guys due to the fact that they're the 8th seed and you're going up against the number 1 seed Philadelphia 76ers. They're the best team in the Eastern Conference, led by Joel Embiid and Ben Simmons. But this was a good game. Again, offenses were really, really loaded. They were playing really great. But you could see in clutch moments that, and key moments, that the Sixers are just a better team, have better experience, and are ready for those situations. But before we get into all that content, go ahead and like the video, subscribe if you haven't already. If you enjoy the content, I urge you to subscribe. We're trying to build up to 300 subscribers. And if you enjoy the videos and the content, go ahead and hit that post notification bell so you never miss a video. We're going to be posting daily videos every single day with the NBA playoffs here. Amazing content. But enough of all that, let's get into the video. So, just to begin this game, you had Joel Embiid in foul trouble, so that already was in the favor of the Wizards. But Tobias Harris decided to turn up today. 28 points in the first half, finished with 37 points, and he was the player of the game. He did a great job helping the Sixers keep that offensive scoring load with Joel Embiid in foul trouble. And we got to give some credit to Joel Embiid too, because Joel Embiid, with him being in foul trouble, you have to play a different game. You have to be a lot more aware of how the offense or the defense is going to use you. You have to be smart on what you're trying to do on the court, because you can't pick up another foul because you're so much of a focal point for your offense. Your team needs you. And Embiid, to his credit, did a great job. He finished with 30 points. So he finished with 36 and 3. So he did a good job. And he was making some clutch buckets during that last fourth quarter to seal out that win. Ben Simmons finished with 6 points, 15 rebounds, and 15 assists. And I think a lot of people were going to say that Ben Simmons only had 6 points. And I won't lie to you, 6 points for Ben Simmons, he's too good to be averaging to have 6 points. But I mean, 15 rebounds and 15 assists, he was doing a lot. I remember during that third quarter where the Sixers really, really turned up and they edged away from the Wizards due to the fact that they were just running in transition, getting stops. Ben Simmons was in a lot of those plays, picking up the ball, getting the steals, and running in the break and finding guys open for three. So Ben Simmons is going to find his way to put his marking in the game. It may not be scoring sometimes. We want it to be scoring. I want to see him score 20. I think he's good enough to average 25, but if he's not doing that, he's able to do that in in other areas as well. So yeah, the Sixers had a great game. Even had Seth Curry had some big shots in that third quarter where they went on a 13-4 run to blow up the lead just a little bit. And from that point on, it seemed like it was just in their favor for the rest of the game. Let's talk about the Wizards. The Wizards were up at this. They were up at halftime. They were doing a pretty good job, but you can tell that this team, and it's not their fault. This is a team that, yes, you have Bradley Beal, you have Russell Westbrook, two great talents. Bradley Beal finished with 30 points. He finished with 33 points and 10 rebounds. And the thing about this game is that Bradley Beal's more so getting checked by Ben Simmons, and he had a lot of, I think Thigh Beal at times would be on him, but he would get past, let's say, Ben Simmons and then see Joel Embiid right in front of him in the low post area. So my thing is, we know Bradley Beal can score the ball. He dropped 60 points on the Sixers back in the regular season. He can score the ball, but it's gonna be, can he continue this over this entire series? Because it's gonna be tough, because I understand he made a lot of buckets today on these guys, because we know he's a great scorer. He didn't win the scoring champion this year, but he wasn't a scoring champion, but he can score. We know that, but it's gonna be very, very tough with this team, because they're gonna put the pressure on put the pressure on Bradley Beal. Russell Westbrook, he wasn't as aggressive as we know. We know when Russell is going crazy. He only had 16, 14 assists and 5 rebounds. He was more of a facilitator today, but I think we know the Brody's going to turn up when the team needs it, and he's going to have to turn up. He's going to have to be efficient and be more of an offensive threat. And they're leaving him open for 3 too, so he's got to hit those shots too. I mean, again, both of these teams today weren't really great 3-point shooters. The Wizards made 8 threes and the Sixers made 10. So both teams weren't really that great shooting the ball today. It wasn't as if like you had a bunch of sniping from those guys. It just seemed like the defense on both teams, or even the offense, was just so good today. And we know that for you to win the series and win the championship, your defense has to be better. So I expect the Sixers to play a lot better defense, because we know they can. The problem is, on the Wizards side, we haven't really seen them put their foot down on the defensive side of the ball, and that's going to be tough. I mean, again, this is the number 1 seed. We didn't really expect the Wizards to become one of the few teams to be the number 1 seed, but I won't ever say that they don't have a shot. I think it's highly unlikely they win this series, but they can definitely make it tough on the Sixers and expose some weaknesses. And I do say that The Wizards have some good talent. I like what I see from Gafford, Daniel Gafford. I think that he has the potential to be like a Tyson Chandler. He's very athletic on the defensive side in the low post area. A pretty good defender in that area, and I think he's a lob threat. He's super athletic. I like what I see from him. And Hachimura, I've always been a fan of Hachimura back in college. He's actually very, very good, and I think that him playing with Beal and Westbrook is going to build his game as well. But in game one, you definitely saw that the better team made the better adjustments and the better decisions in those crunch moments. Like I said before, in that third quarter, they were going back and forth, but few turnovers by the Wizards, few missed shots led into transitions with Seth Curry shooting threes, guys getting open, and from that point on, it just seemed like the Sixers had that game locked in. But again, this is only game one. Game two, we'll see how the Wizards respond. I think the Sixers, from what we see as them as a number one seed, I think they'll be a lot more stout on the defensive side of the ball. They're going to make it tough on Bradley Beal, because I understand that Bradley Beal is the focal point when it comes to running the offense through him, but also worrying about Westbrook, limiting Westbrook to where he has to, making it hard for Westbrook to get into 15 feet near the basket. If you can keep him outside of away from the basket, and then double on Beal, you could find a way to get this series done and quick. But it's only game one. We'll see how both teams adjust. But like I said before, both teams have played well. The Wizards have proven to a lot of guys that the series should be interesting, and we'll see. But if you enjoy the content, you enjoy the commentary, I urge you to go ahead and subscribe, leave a like, let me know in the comment section what you guys want to hear, some videos you'd like for me to talk about. And if you enjoy the content as well, hit that post notification bell so you never miss a video, because I told you before, we're dropping videos every day, every single day. NBA playoffs are here, you guys are going to enjoy. But with that being said, stay on beat.